Hi viewers, welcome to Chelsea Fashions. I'm talking to Anesh Morar. There's a big year happening this year, Anesh.
That's correct.
40 years.
40 years in the business. Yeah, it's quite a landmark for us.
That is also cause for big celebration.
Absolutely, absolutely.
But now tell us back to your beginnings. Your dad started the business.
That's correct. My mom and my dad, they were definitely a team and started the business back in 1983. And in fact, my dad was the first non-white businessman in the country to get a premises on Independence Avenue.
Oh wow.
Yes, in 1983.
So that was also where your first outlet was located.
That's correct. That's correct. So they actually had started with when my dad initially came here, he was managing the cinema, which was in Commersdal, which was Oasis 500.
Oh wow.
And after managing that for a little while, close to the Snyman Circle, where the Langhans Pharmacy currently is, they had a store there, which was then the video store. And they operated there for a while, and my mom started doing a little bit of clothing on the side. You know, she had a small little area in there where she was doing clothing on the side, and that's initially where they started operating. And by chance, a friend of my dad had come up from South Africa and had brought a whole few rolls of fabric and tried to get into the market here and try to sell it. And he didn't come right at all, so he said, look, I've got the stuff here, can I please just leave it with you, and then I'll come back in a few months and try again. 100%. So when my dad came back, when my dad's friend came back, Dad had told him, listen, we got a problem, all your fabric is gone.
Goodness.
Guy's eyes went big like this and said, but here's the money, send some more please.
So first freaked him out a little bit.
Yes, obviously, you know, you got to get the juices flowing. And from there, you know, it moved on, and then they looked for another premises just to purely do the fabric, and they got a space, 103 Independence Avenue, and that's where we started out. You know, we had our cots in the back there. I grew up in the store, you know, in amongst the fabric, as my kids are doing today.
Yes.
And slowly it grew. You know, they got the space next door and the space next door, and it
just expanded.
Slowly expanded, yes. Yeah, slowly into the fabric game of what we are now.
And now you're in Hypermotor City.
Now we've moved to Hypermotor City, that's correct.
And of course you've got much more space, and you've got lots more projects, and we'll have a look at that just now.
And parking.
And parking. And then you told me just now that you were also working on a new range of blinds.
That's correct. We've I've just been down to go and see some new suppliers and expanding the range of what we do. So we'll bring in some of our own range of blinds. We're expanding into a bit more of the back-end accessories in your upholsteries. So, you know, everything that is part of our market where we can help. You know, these things don't just pop out of our own. It comes from interest from our clientele and the needs that they want, and we see where we can help them and how we can help them for their own businesses.
And you also mentioned just now,
Yes,
behind the scenes when we were talking, that there are suppliers in South Africa that you've literally been working with for 40 years as well. So it's
That's correct.
also been generational there.
That's correct. It's you know, we've basically become family, and that, you know, we very funny went down, you know, and there as well, my parents used to do business with their parents, and they've taken over, and now it's the next generation, you know, so we still get along as well. We've got great relationships with them, and, you know, 90% of business is about relationships.
That's the truth.
So we're very fortunate to have that.
So this is a complete random question. If you
Yes.
had to hazard how much stock you've got in terms of meters in this shop, or am I putting you on the spot?
Oh, you're definitely putting me on the spot. In terms of meters, I mean, if you see my face, the faces of my staff when I say stock taking, that should say it all.
Yes,
That should say it all, because we have a running system where we're
Okay.
constantly remeasuring. You know, we do section by section, and we definitely will be in the few. It's in the millions of meters.
Okay, now business-wise, in terms of trends, what would you say is upcoming and what's next?
Well, coming out of this economic slump that we have, we definitely feel there's a definite uptick within business. You know, all events and that were on hold. People now have the confidence to re-look at that and do that. So business in that sense has definitely picked up. The trend's definitely at the moment towards curtaining and upholstery, you know. So in terms of people fixing up their homes, and that there's definitely an uptick within that.
And weddings?
Weddings, definitely.
Okay.
Weddings was always something, and obviously with events not being able to happen, and since last year we've noticed people definitely have the gumption to get married.
Why do you say that with that look on your face? But
It was always a worry. We've had clients here that have postponed
yes.
up to 7-8 times.
Oh, I saw
you
it
know.
with the bridal competition as
No,
well. of
absolutely.
Republica,
So
and
it's been a little thing. In not only just weddings, you know, all sorts of events where I think the fear of that has now dissipated, and we see that picking up. You know, we also work with a lot of events coordinators and that as well, and we have neighbors as well that do that. So it's very fortunate, and it's, you know, it's good to see that there's life coming back to their businesses and that as well. You know, because at the end of the day, it's a symbiosis.
Anesh, we're in the manufacturing section here. Please tell us what you do here.
So our manufacturing department, which is part of our decor side, Chelsea Decor, we manufacture anything from mostly curtaining. We do roller blinds, anything that you can think of where fabric is involved. We help manufacture from cushion covers, car seats, you name it. You know, people come to us with strange little projects, and we do our utmost, and 99.9% of the time we can assist. So you know, that's the exciting part here. We have our general things that we usually do, i.e. the curtains, cushion covers, and then we've got strange little projects that pop up here and there. You know, someone wants a special flag, or they want something designed to cover a specific part of their house, you know, something we've never done before. So it keeps it fresh and interesting for everybody around here.
And then, of course, you also do training, and you have the PAD project.
Well, we initially launched with the PAD project. In fact, my wife is led that side of the project, and we worked with a few of the NGOs around here to assist them in training, where they've taken some people and given them the skills to be able to do this and start their own businesses with that. And we assist a lot of the VTCs and NGOs in whatever training it is that they need, and also, of course, also, you know, as a partner, and we supply fabrics at obviously a much better cost, which is also as our social responsibility. So we're very much involved in the communities as much as we can, you know, to further develop the skill, and shall I say the art of sewing. The ladies that are here currently are are very good at what they do, and although I understand everything behind a sewing machine, they far outdo me on their skills, and it definitely is an art form when you see how they do it and what they're doing, you know. And this is what we've picked up, is that a lot of the older generation have got the skills, and we're trying to reinvigorate that transfer of skills to the younger generation. We're always looking for opportunities, and we love the position of manufacturing local made. You know, instead of relying on somewhere elsewhere, we love the idea of keeping capital within our economy and not sending it out of the country. So that definitely for us is a big focus on Namibian. Keep it Namibian, grow our economy internally. It's always been a very big focus of ours within it, within this as a 100% Namibian owned company.